good Lord will forgive me and Sybil, since he must know the hearts of a girl better than you do.
Maria, I believe that doctor is right. You ought to go into the country, for you are pale and you need fresh air. What do you think of Malabon or Sanjay? You and Isabel can go to the convent to get your clothes and to say goodbye to your friends. You will not stay there any longer. In 4 or 5 days, after you get some new clothes made, you'll go to Malabon. Your godfather is no longer in San Diego. The priest that you may have noticed here last night, that young padre, is the new curate who we have there, and he is a saint.
I think that San Diego would be better, cousin. Besides, our house there is better, and the time for fiesta draws near.
Ah, very true. Let's go.
I wish I was in a quiet convent with my friends. There I could have seen him without emotion and agitation.
Don Crisostomo.
Don Crisostomo, it's been a long time.
It's good to see you. Where is Maria?
Foolish child, what's the matter with you? Come on, get ready. Come while he's talking to your father. Don't make him wait.
Have you always thought of me? Have you never forgotten me in all your travels in the great cities amongst so many beautiful women?
Could I forget you? Could I be faithless to my own, my sacred faith? Do you remember that stormy night when you saw me weeping alone by the side of my dead mother, and drawing near to me, you put your hand on my shoulder, that hand which for so long a time you had not allowed me to touch, saying to me, "You have lost your mother, while I never had one, and you weep with me. You love her, and she look upon you as a daughter." Could I forget you? The thought of you has ever been with me, strengthening me amidst the dangers of travel, and has been a comfort to my soul's loneliness in foreign lands. The thoughts of you have neutralized the lotus effect of Europe, which erases us from the memories of so many of our countrymen, the hopes and misfortunes of our fatherland. In dreams, I saw you standing on the shore at Manila, gazing at the far horizon, wrapped in the warm light of the early dawn. I heard the slow, sad songs that awoke my sleepy affections and called back to the memory of my heart the first years of our childhood, our joys, our pleasures, and all those happy paths which you gave life to while you were children. Have I thought of you? The fever of love not only gave warmth to the snow, but color to the eyes.
I have not traveled like you, so I know only your town, Manila, and Antipolo. You used to pick up the most beautiful shells and search in the sea for the roundest and smoothest pebbles of different colors that we might play games with them. You were very stupid and always lost. We used to chase by the shores of the sea, and we were very happy. In those games, you cheated much, even more than I did, and we used to finish our play and quarrel. Do you remember the time when you become really angry at me? I picked up some sage leaves that grew beside the path and gave them to you to put in your hat so that you might not get a headache. You smiled and caught my hand, and we made up.
Your sage leaves. This is all that you have ever given to me.
You must not touch this. It's a letter of farewell.
The one I wrote to you before leaving.
Have you ever written me any others, sir?
And what did I say to you then?
Many fibs, excuses of a delinquent debtor. Be quiet now, and I'll read it to you. I'll leave out your fine phrases in order not to make a martyr of you. Mine, but I'll not read what follows. That's because it's not true. My father wishes me to go away, in spite of all my pleadings. You are a man now, he told me, and you must think about your future and about your duties. You must learn the science of life, a thing which your fatherland cannot teach you, so that you may someday be useful to it. If you remain here in my shadow, in this environment of business affairs, you will not learn to look far ahead. The day in which you lose me, you will find yourself like the plant of which our poet Balthazar tells, grown in the water. Its leaves wither at the least scarcity of moisture, and a moment's heat dries it up. Don't you understand? You are almost a young man, and yet you whip. These reproaches hurt me, and I confess that I loved you. My father reflected for a time in silence, and then, placing his hand on my shoulder, said in a trembling voice, "Do you think that you alone know how to love? That your father does not love you, and that he will not feel the separation from you? It is only a short time since we lost your mother, and I must journey on alone toward old age, yet the very time of life when I would seek help and comfort from your youth. Yet I accept my loneliness, hardly knowing whether I shall ever see you again. But you must think of other and greater things. The future lies open before you, while for me, it is already passing behind. Your love is just awakening, while mine is dying. Fire burns in your blood, while the chill is creeping into mine. Yet you weep, and cannot sacrifice the present for the future, useful as it may be alike to yourself and to your country." My father's eyes filled with tears, and I fell upon my knees at his feet. I embraced him, I begged his forgiveness, and I assured him that I was ready to set out. "What's the matter? What's troubling you?"
Made me forget that I have my duties, that I must leave at once for the town. Tomorrow is a day for commemorating the dead.
"Go! I won't detain you any longer. In a few days, we shall see each other again. Lay these flowers on the tomb of your parents.